23-103, possible trace back to westbound once again at Union. For older vehicle, silver in color, will be a border model, 130 near the TC's. Cited 6 Charles, blue and yellow 962. Returning clear on a 2008 Honda out of Kerrville.
Tower 93 responding clear on decimal.
Tower 93 responding 2109.
Good evening. It's Tom coming from
91 on scene 2109.
coming from Southern Indiana. How you all doing this evening?
Advise if there's a unit available to transport.
I'm clear.
Today is the 15th. The temperature outside is 12 degrees. It is cold. We'll talk about some snow. So I have to wait and see what it's going to do. So,
I'll be run to the 242 on All River. What are they, 16 in there? 15. Grapevine Road Keys to the northbound I-5 on route for vehicle and pedestrian center for both.
I hope everybody's staying warm today.
Clear.
So, I kind of jumped on the FedEx. They said, well, the 15th, you know, I said, it was sent to Friday. I said, overnight, it should have been here Saturday. I don't care what it says. They paid for overnight. I said, somebody at FedEx screwed up. And I opened the box. I had my sensor. Lucky I hung for my old sensor. They wanted it back. The guy told me to take it off and throw it away. Let you know something about me. I'm in my 70s. High blood pressure, 4 heart attacks, sugar diabetes. I take the Ozempic, you know, stuff like that. Non-paid sponsor is Pepsi Zero Sugar, because I got diabetes. If any of you got diabetes on here, there's other soft drinks that sugar-free, whatever. You know, it tastes better than the diet drinks. I couldn't stand to drink the diet drinks. So how long will I be on here tonight? I don't know. To make a donation, you make a Tom Cartwright 4375 at Post Office Box number 1. Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. As you know, I need subscribers. And about 50 to 1,000, somewhere in there. Some says 50, some says 1,000. I don't really know. I forgot where I found it on YouTube. I swear it says 50, but if you all can help me out, you know, I wouldn't have to keep asking for donations. I'm so sorry. But I guess to get 1,000 subscribers, that's going to take me a year. Some of you wants me to get in the mobile and show you around here this and that. But as I've told you, I'm on a fixed income. and you know you have to live on the budget. I pay all my bills, house payment, car insurance. You know, it all comes first. You understand what a budget is. I got, and if you like to listen to police scanners, you can go to Bakersfield Scanner or KCS. I guess that stands for Kern County Scanner. Click on that. And you can listen to what goes on in Bakersfield. The county, the city, CHIP, and all this. And if you want to see other YouTubes in Bakersfield, RD on the scene, Kern County Crime Watchers at Tuesdays and Fridays, A1 Media, Bravo Media, White T-shirt. None of them is police officer. They bring you on the scene of fire, wrecks, police pursuits, you know, like that. You know, the news media ain't going to drive all over Bakersfield, wherever your local TV station is. So they bring you live. Sometimes the news media will ask those live streamers, can they buy them? Which I don't know if they sell it to or what. So if you like to watch what goes on in Bakersfield, go to their websites. And if you want a couple truck drivers, you go JBG Travelers. That's Johnny Be Good. You know, that's how I remember JBG Travelers. Sometimes he do live, but I think he mostly does it when he's sitting in the truck stop. Stuff like that. So that's if you interested in that. Another one I watch is Tractor Time with Tim. And there's another one I watch. It's in my area for public safety. You see the corruption that goes on in Clark County, Meade County, Kentucky. There's another one in Indiana. Him and his girlfriend does it. So if you want to look at that, I'm listening to Bakersfield Scanner on my laptop. I know you all getting tired of it. If you want me to do live videos in my car, I gotta have gas money. Until I get all those subscribers, I'm not getting anything from YouTube. You know, I'm being honest. So they just went code 4 somewhere in Bakersfield, but I don't know. But you know, the gas stations I got close to me is Sunoco, Shell, Marathon, Murphy's, that's up there by the Walmart in Scottsburg. I showed you that the other day. I want to thank the person who knew where I live. Had a cable to plug it into my cigarette lighter thing where I can plug it into my cigarette lighter for my iPhone. Thank you. And another person sent that cell phone mount where I got it mounted on my dash. And like that, I can see anyone on here. And I download Instagram, found out that Instagram ain't one of the things on prison. so I can't use that. They say use Facebook. I refuse to even download the app because they violate everybody's First Amendment rights. And they got certain things they don't allow people on there. The Court of Appeals, the U.S. Supreme Court, one of it was, I can't remember, years ago, declared the law unconstitutional because they picked on certain people. That's what Facebook doing. If you can't allow everybody on there, shut the SOB down. Because you picked on certain people.
Negative. It drove away from the scene.
I wish somebody who was rich could buy a Facebook like the person did with Twitter. You know, I wish Twitter would do live stream. But Twitch, the other night, after I figured out how to put Twitch on my Prism, I had to remember my password, this. Hey, I'm 70 plus years old. You expect me to remember all my passwords? Just like my checking account on the debit card. It's one password. My EBT, I was food stamp, I got another password. So, that's something that, look at. So, that's something. Well, Pretty Girl, the mama cat of those 3 babies, she was here, but the babies wasn't there to eat their dry cat food and the milk. I don't know where Mama took them. But I've been getting on her. I said, if you don't bring your babies back, I'm not going to give you anything for breakfast and supper. I hate to be mean, but I got that, I guess, igloo doghouse with a light, to keep them warm, but they go somewhere. Like Pretty Girl and her babies, why can't they get by the porch where she had her other litter early in the summer, like she did these babies? I just don't know. Cats, any animals are strange. But last year, this time of the year, she stayed around and ate this and that. And when her firstborn babies was born, they stay here. They're out there every morning. Some of them sleeps in a box. That Bakerfield scanner is too loud. So, hold on, I gotta reach over there and turn the volume down if I hit the right button.
It'll be 818-423-1075. 818-423-1075. Negative 1023. Are they in with traffic?
Like I say, I figured we would have 6 inches of snow on the ground. When I woke up, there was none. So, sorry about that. Or you can send a money order or post office money order this box to open a savings account at least $200 or more. Because on my checking account, I only get a penny a month, interest. People getting screwed on interest. Here, if you get $1,000 CD, your interest for a year probably $100 or two. So the bank is making quite a bit of money off your money on loans for houses, car loans, you know. But here, they won't pay you what's really due to you. You know, banks is screwing you. So, but if you want to send the money for a new laptop, I told you what I need in previous videos. If you're computer smart, you know what I need to run Prism. Because every time I try Prism on my laptop, it comes up HDR not compatible. So I'm thinking that I keep hitting my volume down. Sorry about that. Not compatible. I guess HDR stands for high definition resolution. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. So if you're smart on computers, you know, you send a cashier's check. So, but tell you anything. Or you can order it through Amazon. They send it to my post office box and put it in a bigger box. So, if you want to do that, if God wants me to have it, God will find a way to do it. But to live stream in my mobile, I need gas. When I checked my gas price this morning up at Scottsburg, it's under $3. You know, I don't get paid anything from YouTube until I get so many subscribers. You know, for one, I was told it's 1,000. And I don't know if that's counting views or what. I'm not sure. Like I say, I'm a rookie to this. So I'm watching NCIS on TV. Actually, it's, well, local news at WLKY. Maybe that's CBS or something. I'm not sure. So I don't think I'm going to stay on here too long because I'm getting kind of fed up. You know, you all can't make a donation through YouTube because I just started it back right before Christmas. If I knew that, maybe I wouldn't start it, but I'm bored, single, own my own house, make my house payments every month. You know, it's hard to live on a fixed income. I've done videos on buying a house through USDA. That's one I did. But when I tell you about USD, that, you know, at the time I was buying my house. It might change a little bit in 5, 6 years, 7, somewhere in there. Well, with closing costs and first year's homeowners insurance and all that, I paid about $52,000 for a house that was listed for $48,000. And now the house is worth close to $200,000. And last year, December 1st, I put those leaf filter gutters on. I'm getting my paperwork for a grant through USDA, and I think that's maybe around $10,000 to help, you know, on the leaf filter. And what I want is the metal shingles black. And they have to strip it down to the wood. They got to take the metal pipe out that was there for the wood stove and and put, I guess, a piece of wood in. I'm not, I've done wood, stripped the roof down to this and that in my younger days. So, if it tells you anything, because my insurance and the government, it has to be stripped down and all this, and you put this, not tar paper, but you have to use a torch to heat it up and roll it out and all this, if you know what I'm talking about. So, that's the thing I like to do. I think I done a video of my outside cats and my property. I'm a city boy. I've been a city boy of Charlestown, Indiana for 60 plus years until we had that stupid mayor, blackmailing the homeowners, the landlords. Some of those houses was in bad shape. You did have a few slum landlords. I guess you got them everywhere. So, if you're a first-time home buyer, you need to get an inspection. Don't do a house without an inspection. But you go to Mike Holmes on YouTube, but there might be another name, but go to Mike Holmes. He's an inspector. He got the camera where he can see if you're losing hot air or cold air coming in. He got a thing, he got a camera, he can send it down your duct work or your vent pipe. You can watch some of his videos, then you know the questions to ask your inspector. I'm making this a point. You get some inspectors that don't know a hole in the ground. You need to ask him, how many houses have you built? Are you a licensed contractor? That's one question. Another, are they a licensed electrician? How many houses or commercial properties have they done? Are they licensed? And another thing, same thing as a plumber. But go to Mike Holmes on YouTube and watch some of his videos. Then because you see some of the home inspectors that fail to notice things. For me, I was looking for a house with a basement and a garage. But the other things I asked for is a stove, icebox, a washing machine, and a dryer. The dryer has been replaced. I need to replace the washing machine, but you see what them things cost? I can't do that on a fixed income. And I like to get a new kitchen stove, the kind that got the glass top on it. That's what I like to have. But I got a new ice box. But you can't be choosy when somebody else bought it for you. I wanted an ice box with an ice maker and water in it. That way, I had no problem running out of ice cubes for my Pepsi Zero sugar. So that'd be something, to look at. I wanted a bathtub with a shower. Lucky I had a curtain rod I put up there. I put curtains. I put another one on there to put one towel and another towel for my guests. So I do have dizzy spells every once in a while. There's things I can't do. I've had 4 heart attacks / strokes. I got high blood pressure. I got diabetes. If you know what Ozempic is, if you diabetes, that's a shot you take once a week. I weigh about 250 when I started that Ozempic. 44 around the waist. Now I'm about 38 around the waist. Could be possible 36, maybe. But when I can go buy me another pair of pants, 38 in the waist and 30 in length. So that's the size I wear. Far Country, new season. I guess that'd be on probably February. Yeah, February the 16th, Far Country. I like watching that show. If you're lonely and you want to talk, I'm here to listen. Maybe I can help you. I had a person, he said, how would you help a young person? Well, like I told him, I didn't know if it was a boy or girl. I went both ways. I said, your mom and dad, remember, they was young kids at one time. They know every trick in the book. I said, some kids, I go spend the night with so-and-so, and you sneak out. Your parents knows what you done. If they are VIP in your city or county, everybody knows your dad or mom. They gonna know. I guarantee you know. My dad used to have a license plate, 10C13. 10C for Clark County and C was for Charlestown, but now they don't have it. You had 10R for Republican or 10D for Democrats, stuff like that. Now they don't have that anymore. I guess that'd be a specialized plate. I would love to have 10C13 because, my dad was real good. And then you on here, it's a Mason. He was a Mason in Lodge 226, Charlestown, Indiana, where he was a Mason at. He was the secretary and treasurer. He was one of the co-founders of that lodge. And Eastern Star, that's usually the wife of the Mason. My mom was a grand organist, for Eastern Star for the state of Indiana. So that tells you anything. I went to church every Sunday in a suit and tie. Well, that was left at my mom's house when my brother had me arrested to get out of there and stole all the paperwork I had. One day, I will show you where Lexington, Indiana's at. I show you about where his double wide trailer is. And his big, barn or pole barn, but the doors is tall enough you can park a semi-trailer in. Why he needs something like that, I don't know. Any of the water bills, phone numbers he got is not in his name. Why is he trying to hide from people? The only explanation I come out, when he was in Vietnam, he raped some of those girls in Vietnam and got some kids. That's the only explanation I can figure out. But soldiers did rape those Vietnamese women. I don't be surprised my brother done something like that in Vietnam. Probably drank alcohol. As far as drugs, I don't know if he was into it. He could have been. I don't know. But the Marine Corps either at Paris Island or Camp Lejeune. I don't know which one. But if you look, when they built Jonathan Jennings School in Charleston, it was somewhere between 64, 68, somewhere in there, maybe earlier. But that's when he joined the Marines in 64. He brought his rifle home with some blanks, with the attachments to the barrel with the purple smoke grenade. He brought some training hand grenades, brought them home, set them off. It was either 4th of July or New Year's Eve. I forget when it was. It's one of those 2 days. Maybe New Year's Eve, I'm thinking. And I got a doctor's appointment next week. And, I'm still under doctor's care. You heard me complain about those lawyers, Isaac and Isaac, also known as the Hammer. And the woman that hit me was American Family Insurance. I'm getting screwed. I still got pain. I'm still suffering, But then that stupid lawyer, John Jones is his name. I says, pain and suffering. He said, you don't qualify. I don't know if the lawyer even is licensed to practice law in Indiana. I don't have the slightest idea. I'm getting the shaft put to him. Why did they go after my insurance? I got full coverage insurance. They pay the first $5,000. So any money I get, I have to pay my insurance, whatever that medical bills are. Say if I get $6,000, I'm just throwing that out. And I have to pay Medicaid back. That should be the responsibility of American Family Insurance. I shouldn't have to pay none of that back. To me, that's stupid. I'm getting screwed by American Family Insurance. This is like my story. A city boy learned to be a country boy. In the city, you got sewage, you got water, and all this. In the country, you got septic tanks and ladder lines. You got to pump them out so many years. It takes anywhere from $200 to $500, I guess it depends how much they have to travel. On a septic tank, any of your country people know you dump Ridix. It breaks everything up. I think TP, I don't think that breaks that up, but ladies, your lady things, you don't throw them in the septic tank. Men, you don't throw your raincoats, because those raincoats won't dissolve in that septic tank, so it clogs them up. You don't put baby wipes in septic tanks. Stuff like that. So I'm letting you know a little bit about country life. Some video I showed you my children outside. They come running in, but I miss my baby. That was her second litter for 2023. But somehow she took her babies away. They was keeping warm. I guess she didn't like them coming in the house being friendly, but you know how they are. So that's something. You know, I told you the Kubota tractor I like to have, but I don't have enough subscribers to do anything like that. If you're a millionaire, I tell you about, you know, the closest Kubota dealer is Jacoby Sales in Salesburg, Indiana on Highway 60 and 311. But they're on 60, so that tells you. And what, you know, you just have to watch my other videos. And also, if you're first-time home buyer, ask your real estate agent. I think they call it title insurance. You pay, I think, a one-time fee. You need that. Because, you know, if you get a new neighbor or something, say, well, that's on my property, this and that. By having that title insurance, it pays for your lawyer. Also ask the people, or maybe you can have a survey and find the four corners of your property. That way, you know where the four corners is. You know where, if you want to put up some kind of chain link fence to keep your doggies in or stuff like that, you know what to expect. So, if that helps you out. But go to my YouTube channel that tells you about first-time home buyers. If you got any questions, feel free to contact me. How you do that on YouTube? I guess maybe it's an email. I don't know. And another thing that your TV people's trying to do is change the, I think you call it ATC or ATS, something like that. So they're coming out I want to say ATC, I could be wrong, 3.0. That means if you ain't got a new TV in the last 3 or 4 years, you probably have to break down, buy you a new TV where you can get your local TV station. So you might want to check into that when you go look at a new TV, you know, smart TV or anything like that. Ask him what's a ATC or ATS. Is that 3.0 or what? If it's not 3.0, I stay away from. Maybe they got a box that you can hook up to your TV. You know, that's something to check in. I've told you I'm a Democrat, registered Democrat. I'm upset what the Democrats is doing. The Democrats in Colorado and Maine is taking those people's rights away. They telling you cannot vote for Trump. You got the right to vote who you want to. I think it's going, because I don't watch much news because it upsets me. I don't need to get upset. You know, upset, so I don't watch the news, but I heard something that's in the U.S. Supreme Court. They're going to rule on that. So that, you know, you got the right to vote who you want to, no matter if it's Democrats or Republicans. I brought up a law in California, but people in California knows where to look. And I guess you go in California and look up the state statute. They doing away with your gun rights. And my understanding, if you have a CCW or a concealed gun permit, does that void that CCW? So that's something to look into. You know, you can't do a gun out in public. You can't go camping with a gun. So that's something, you know, you check in. Because one of the YouTubes, I guess, he had it brought up on something, and so I'm letting you know about that. And that's the Democrats. Look, California, from the way I understand it, is run by Democrats. People try to tell you that the Democrats is trying to take your guns away. It started there in California. I figure the ACLU would step in and say, you know, take it to court, find it unconstitutional. I know, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. Stick to your guns. That's your right to defend yourself under the Constitution. Federal law precedes state law, the way I understand it, from learning history and about the Constitution in school, which I don't know if they teach it anymore. So if you live in California, you need to look that up. Say if you're sitting on your front porch, you're on your own property. But here's the catch. You out in public where everybody can see you. So that's something to think about. You can't even go in the grocery store in the state of California, even with a CCW. My question to you all and your lawyers in California, does that void your CCW since the state of California gave you that CCW? See, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a police officer. Do everything peaceful. You know, don't start a riot, burn things down. Do it peaceful. Don't get nasty when you send it to the people that's in the state capital in the state of California. They work for you, but it seems like they don't want to work for your people in California. So, like I say, I'm not a lawyer, doctor, police officer, or anything like that. This is just my own First Amendment right to let you know about some of the laws in California. You know, just check your local laws in your state. But your people in Colorado and Maine, they telling you who you cannot vote for. That is illegal under the United States Constitution. Remember those judges that, you know, brought that. Remember those prosecutors that done it. Vote them out on the next election. You know, they learn, since they're not listening to you all, remember, those judges and the people that's in the House and Senate and the representatives in your state, they work for you. I don't care if you're a strong Democrat or Republican, Independent, or whatever. You got the right to do that under Constitution, which is federal law. The way I understand it, federal law concedes state law. That means federal law says you can do that, but state law might say you can't. That's where you have to hire your attorney to fight what's going on in California unless you use the ACLU. So, you know, if any people who work for the ACLU, I don't know if anybody got arrested, even with the CCW. With some of the people who carry pistols or Glocks or anything like that. And also in the Constitution, you have the right to carry a gun. No matter if you're convicted felon. There's nothing in the Constitution says anything about felons in the Constitution. The only way I figure that they can get you on a weapons charge, to me, when you do a plea bargain or anything like that, I would say the judge will have to put it in your plea bargain that you cannot have a weapon. So that's something you all need to look at. So, like I say, I'm not a lawyer, but I have helped some lawyers out years ago look up statute cases in the law books of court appeals, stuff like that. But that was probably 10 to 20 years ago. But every state changed laws every year, so I'll let you know that. So that's something you need to look at. Well, I've done it again. But, oh well. Maybe I need some kind of phone mount that I can hang on my chest and it'll hold the phone out there. I won't hit my volume down. Sorry if I lost audio maybe for a second. So I want to thank any people who has donated. I know you ain't got the money, but it's God's will. I will have some of the things that I need to bring a better live stream. And like I said, in my car, since I got this cable and a phone mount, I can bring you some live streams out of my mobile. But as you know, it takes gasoline. Those people at live stream in Bakerfield, they got over 1,000 subscribers. That means they make money. It pays for their gasoline. Then they get donations when they live stream. Some of them live stream on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, which prison won't, will do Instagram. I just belched up some orange juice. But I do live stream on Twitch and YouTube. And you people, it's on Switch. If you go to YouTube, Tom Cartwright, 4375, you can hit the bell, but hit it again where you get all notifications. And you see to donate, my name, 4375 at Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana, zip code 47111. I do need gas money to live stream in my automobile. I think I'll be going to the eye doctor maybe this week. It could be next week. I'm not sure. But when we left the Vision Works in Clarksville on Veterans Parkway, the good-looking lady, I told her about my YouTube, and I write it down, so I want to thank her if she's watching, and I hope she's subscribed. She's a good worker, she's polite, like that. If she's married or not, It looked like she had a wedding band on, but I'm not sure. If she got kids, I'm not sure. If she don't have any kids and not married, I'd be glad to date her. That would put a smile on my face if it don't kill me. You remember the movie, The Private Benjamin? She got married, and you can figure, Plain House, I guess he died of a heart attack. I guess Private Benjamin was too good for him or something. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. So, kids, young girls, boys, all they want to do is put a notch on their gun. You can get pregnant the first time you do it. Anything's possible. I know a few girls that got pregnant. There's one I've talked to maybe twice a month. She got pregnant. And she got a nice son compared to what the father is. The father is an alcoholic, troublemaker, fighter, this and that. But the father of her other kids, well, the last husband she had died of cancer. And her baby son, he might be 10 years old, he's protected of his mother. She's not dating that I know of because she got her son to raise. I'm going to tell you a few guys that I know back years ago. They married a woman who have kids. This is a true story. It happens everywhere. They might not be his kids, but you had the right to make him mine or punish him. And they tell the stepdad, said, "You're not my dad. You cannot tell me what to do. I tell the teachers at school you done this and that to me," which is a lie. The father then has to get a lawyer, get out of the house until proven different. That happens. That's the same thing for women. If the father got custody of his kids or the wife died, the same thing happened to women. So be careful. That's all I can tell you. I know people that has happened to. It does happen. Or you date a girl who has kids. They can tell stories on you that's not true. You get in trouble, might get arrested. Like everybody's innocent until proven guilty. But in Clark County, Indiana, you're guilty until you're innocent. So, think about it. I won't date any women who got kids. I refuse to unless they're all over 18. People say, "What you looking in a woman?" I said, kind of on the skinny side. I got a job, got her own car. She can pay her way, herself to go to work. Well, I don't have to do the wear and tear on my car. You would have to pay me if I have to take you to work, come back and pick you up, take you, $10 to $15 a day. So, that's something, Then the top part, you want girls with watermelon, cantaloupe, or apples, or oranges, or a tennis ball, or eggs. I know I've been married to a few women that had watermelons, if you know what I mean. They have back problems. You ladies know what I'm talking about. The smaller they are, the better you'll feel. I don't care if they're eggs or apples or oranges, you know, you're not going to... That's what I want in women. No drugs or alcohol. If you smoke, that probably is a strike against you. I don't like it. I don't like secondhand smoke. You can smell smoke on the clothes. So that's something to think. But I won't pay your way to come to me. You know, I've been single for 30 some odd years. You know, I got my ways. The way my house look inside, you probably chew my butt out. But when, you know, you kind of disabled, heart attacks, there's things I can do. Like I said, I swept the floor in there. Then I mopped it with Mr. Clean. So, you know, there's things I can't do. I'm sorry. I can do a little cooking if you don't mind microwave cooking. I cannot fry chicken. I love fried chicken. I like chicken gravy. I love it. But I haven't had none since my mom passed away in 2016, 17, somewhere in there. So, you know, that's part of my life. And being out in the country, I kind of like it. It's peace and quiet. No people driving down your road. They do on the main road, but that don't bug me. But if you live on a dead-end road, there's always cars coming down dead-end roads. You know what I'm talking about. Or if you live on a cul-de-sac, you know what I'm talking about. I don't like houses close together. And you seen some of that video, I showed a few seconds of it. RD on the scene maybe yesterday or maybe Saturday, was 2 house fires in Bakersfield. They had the wood shingles on it. I don't know if the fire started in the attic. I'm not there. I'm not a fire investigator. I don't know how it started, but it started this one house, so the flames went to the second house. So I figure over $100,000 of damage. It could be more. I know them houses ain't cheap in California, so they might have to tear the whole house down and build it back up from scratch. So don't put wood shingles on as for your roof. They're a fire hazard. I saw that in a video of RD on the scene done. But that was a courtesy of RD on the scene. I did not own the rights, but I tell you to go to his YouTube channel where you can see it for yourself. So I'm promoting those YouTube channels in Bakersfield, which I'm not getting paid for it. You know, it's being polite and respect to them. And get them more YouTubers and get more people to view them. And one YouTube, I think, maybe this morning, these juveniles stole a car. I think there were 7 of them. Well, I guess since the juvenile, I guess the sheriff's department, I think it was the sheriff's department, I haven't quite learned the the difference between the Bakersfield Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, and the CHIPS, state police. I haven't really identified the colors of it. It looked like it been the Sheriff's Department. The funny thing about it, those kids kind of tore the car up. It wasn't an automatic. It was a stick shift. I think they got it in first gear and didn't take it out of first gear. That means they probably tore the clutch up or the transmission because it was smoking a little bit. So those families that the kids went for a joyride, they probably had to pay for the repairs of that car and the tow bill. I don't know how the juvenile court is in California. I guess because the parents is responsible for what the children do. So talk to your kids, explain everything to them. You might got good sons and daughters, but, they got peer pressure, So teach your kids that daddy and mommy is responsible for what you do when you're under 18 years of age. Teach them. You can find out legally through a lawyer. The police does not have the right to question a juvenile without a parent or a guardian or a lawyer there. But check, with the lawyer, what the kids is right on. So sometimes the police will pull over the juvenile and ask him questions. Is that legal? I would say no, but I'm not a lawyer, so you have to check with a lawyer in your state. Everybody loves the kids no matter what they do. Like my daughter who lives in Jeffersonville, Indiana. I lost my respect for her. She could have called me Christmas and wished me Merry Christmas. She could call and wish me happy birthday, or she could call and check to see how I'm doing. She does that. No, the only time she calls when she wants money. I'm on a fixed income and I can't spare it, so that's too late. She got a good husband, but they go through money like crazy. They go to the racetrack every weekend at the Jeffersonville Sports Zone, which is a figure 8 and over track on asphalt. Sometimes they got school bus races. They go in the pits, so that costs you more money to go in the pits than it does the stand, because, for insurance, you pay for that insurance in case you get hurt in the pits. So, because she's not, I told her, save your money. Only do what you need to do. Going to the racetrack every weekend, that's not that's not a necessary thing you have to do. So kids, treat your family good. Help your parents out. Even if they got a will, I know some of them's not going by the will. The family is still screw you. So, don't really trust your kinfolk, because they'll put the shaft to you. That's what my brother done to me. I've told you about my brother. But karma will come back and bite him. God will take care of him. He thinks he might go to heaven, but God's going to send him down to the wood stove. He believes in him and his wife or girlfriend. I don't know. I know they got a divorce. If they ever got married again, I don't know. But when they in church, they believe in God. As soon as they walk in them church doors, the devil takes over again. So that tells you something about my brother. You believe in God 24/7. I believe in God 24/7. I might not go to church, but they do have church on TV. I sit there and watch it on Sundays. Then I watch another church. But I do believe in God. So if God wants me to have that new computer when I need to make a better live stream, God will let me have it. And to get gas cards or money for gasoline is, if God wants me to help you all out, do a better live streaming, I would do that. So, you know, I know some of you can't do it. I seen her donate on YouTube. Maybe $5, $20, stuff like that, or send stars, but I'm not on Facebook. I refuse to download that app because they violate your First Amendment rights. You know, I got a friend. He gets in Facebook at least once a month. Because they got them people that gets verified stories. They are so dumb. When a local TV station, you know, puts something on their Facebook page, this guy share it. He got put in Facebook for 48 hours because that meet the guidelines. And it was a true story. So that's when I think about Facebook. They violate your First Amendment rights. If you say something about a Democrat or the president Democrat, they'll put you in Facebook jail. So that, you know, when they went in front of Congress and Congress said this and that in front of the federal judge on something, they said they would stop doing it. They still haven't stopped it. So that's why I'm not on Facebook. I know I can pick up more subscribers. So I'm asking for your help. You know, tell your friends, tell them about my YouTube channel. You know, tell them some of the things I talk about. You know, like that. You know, the more subscribers I get, I thought it was 50. Somebody told me it'd be 1,000 plus how many views I get. Maybe I don't talk about the right things. They putting out, like Jefferson County Catholic Schools is closed tomorrow. Jefferson County Public Schools are on a NTI. And New Albany, Greater Clark County Schools, that's where I'm at. They're on a 2-hour delay. They won't cancel school until about 4 o'clock in the morning. If it snows or the road is froze over, something like that, they won't announce that until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning around here. So it just depends. Like I said, the temperature is around 12 degrees. They said they was calling for snow, so I won't know if it's snow until I wake up in the morning. Unless I'm watching my outside cameras, then I know if it snows. You know, But I try to watch my outside cameras sometimes just to give me something to do. I've told you what I'm looking for in a girlfriend. Kind of skinny, no drugs, no alcohol, no smoking, golf ball size or tennis ball size, which a tennis ball is a little bit bigger than a golf ball, but no watermelon or cantaloupe size, because I know they got problems. And all from past history, they always complain of their back hurting. That's what I'm looking. You got to have maybe a job. And probably your own medical insurance. If you got a good job, they carry medical insurance on you. That way you put your own gas in your car. Like I tell you, I'm on a fixed income. It's time to drink some Pepsi Zero in my cup. Like I say, I do not get paid by Pepsi Zero. See, there's my cup. If you got diabetes, that's why I'm drinking Pepsi Zero sugar, no sugar. I got my ALC down to 5.2. You all know how good that is. It's been anywhere from a 6 to a 7. Now it's down to 5.2. So that tells you I'm doing pretty good taking my medicine. I used to drink about 125 regular Pepsis. Sometimes on fast food restaurants, don't have Pepsi, and I got to drink the other brand they have, or maybe root beer. So, I know there's other soft drinks out there. Yeah. So you have to look, see if they're zero sugar free. But I cannot tell the difference from a regular Pepsi and zero sugar Pepsi. I can't tell the difference. So if you got diabetes, take care of yourself. I'm still watching NCIS. The time is 10:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It shows the temperature of 14 degrees. So since the TV station is in Louisville, Kentucky, that shows you that temperature in Kentucky is 14 degrees. They got all those tall buildings. Out here in the country, it's 12 degrees. So I ain't got any tall buildings blocking some of the cold air. So there's about 2 degrees difference at 10:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I got that right, yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Military time, I think it'd be 22:21 military time. So if that tells you anything. I showed you a video of my yard where that tree fell down, I guess 2 years ago. I tried to give it away. Those people want me to have a chainsaw, cut it up, split it, and take it to them. I said, it's free. If I had to cut it up, I said, I have to charge you, but my health problems will not let me do that. I offered to give it away. If you live close to me, you got a chainsaw, a wood splitter, and a way to haul it, you can cut it. It's free. All you're out of is the gasoline to get here. If you got a trailer, you can put it in. you can do that for free. If there's any brush, you stack it in my brush pile and I burn it. But no, I'm not going to cut it up. I'm not going to log split because I don't have that. My chainsaw is broken down, so, my health problems won't let me do it. Say if you live within 50 miles of me, like Seymour is about the 50-mile marker on I-65. If you in Scott County area, that's about the 29-mile marker. Or Clark County, Ford County area. You can have the wood for free. So, but no, people want you to cut it up, split it, and take it to them. I can't do that. My doctor says, no, I don't want to end up in the hospital with a heart attack. I got too much. One of those kitty cats is snoring. I don't know which one, but they love to lay on my lap. I can I just turn it around. You can see it. So there's a kitty cat down by my lake. This is Kathy. I think this one right here, is Wildcat. There's Socks, the #1 tomcat. I think this cat right here I'm petting, I think it's Margaret. And there's a kitty cat laying up there on my camera hard drive. That could be Nancy. So I'll turn it back around. That's my babies that's in the bedroom. And I got 4 tomcats out in the living room. One yellow tomcat is named John Wayne, which you all know who John Wayne is. His brother's name's Tiger. I got one named Rooster. I tell you a story about Rooster. When he was a baby and before the Henry came here, there were 3 roosters down the main road. I fed them every morning. For some reason, they didn't come to me. They got crawling and kind of looked up in the tree. I said, what the heck are them roosters looking up in the tree for? I looked up and them roosters made a sound, and I guess they was talking to the baby kitty cat. Then they started meowing. I said, come here, baby. Come on, baby kitty cat. It came down the tree backwards. Them roosters stand right there and saw me petting the kitty cat. Them roosters can get mean. But I brought Rooster home. He's an inside tomcat. I turned into the main road before I got to my street. I opened the door up. That cat jumped in, got on my lap, turned his motor on. But I said him because I know it's a him now. I caught him doing a no-no. So he's out there with the tomcat. I call him Timothy McGee after NCIS Timothy McGee. So he's named after a famous person. I call one of the outside cats Gina after my no-good daughter. And I call Blackie the mama cat, which is a grandma to the babies her daughters have. Call her Blackie. She's black and long hair. I call one of the babies that was born in the summertime, I call Panther. They have short hair. The other one I call Fluffy because it has long hair. And one of the yellow cats, I got to look close, I call him Junior, after Barry, who passed away last year. Barry was my number one tomcat, which Socks is Barry's firstborn. But his mother passed away maybe 2 years ago. She was a full-blooded Siamese cat. I never had a mother cat that was so good. She would take care of her own babies. If there's another mother cat in the house, when the mother cat leaves, she would go in and feed them and take care of them. I finally said, Tina, get out. Mama's back. So let her get in there and take care of baby. She was a good mama cat. Since you all know about cats, I'd be on the bed. This blue blanket I've showed you. That is Socks' baby blanket. Mama Tina would tap me on my shoulder, my elbow or something. Sometimes she had problems with waking me up. Then she'd stick her claws out. I raise it up, and she would get underneath the blanket. Sometimes I sleep in a fertile position, with my knee up to my belly. But she did have Socks underneath the blanket. Why? I guess she wanted to keep them warm, because it was her firstborn baby. But every baby she had, she would jump up on the bed, tell me to raise the blanket up, and she would go underneath the blanket to have her babies. Why, I don't know. She's the first mama cat I ever have done that, so she was special. She was full-blooded Siamese cat. I love her to death, but there ain't been another mama cat like her. Wildcat, the reason I named her Wildcat, she had the markings of a wildcat. I thought maybe she was a bobcat, but bobcats, I think, got short tail, but maybe her daddy was a bobcat. The only time she's real lovable when it's time for her do a hoochie coochie dance and want a husband. So, well, it shows Trump is projected win Idaho caucus, so that tells you. So that be on y'all's local news tonight. But, that's something to, look at. I hit the wrong buttons. Because I want to go to 32-2 and, watch Hogan Heroes. I love Hogan Heroes. But I heard over the years, Germany would not allow anybody to watch Hogan Heroes. But I don't think the Germans are that stupid as they are on Hogan Heroes. But it does, maybe there was a few prison camps like that in Germany back, like I say, I wasn't born back there then, so, that's something, don't know. But they never did find out who killed Colonel Hogan. I think he was in a motel. That was on sub murder. They never have solved it yet. During the day, I like to watch Perry Mason, Matlock, Heat of the Night. I love watching those shows. Sometimes I watch the Wheel of Fortune and Double Jeopardy, because that's what my mom used to do every night. So I still watch that, about my mom. So I guess it's going to be too cold. When I was in school, they didn't call school. You didn't have a 2-hour delay. You walked to school. If it snowed, I remember walking to school up to my knees. Elementary school, they had them iron heaters. I guess they was boilers. Sometimes it get too hot, you got to set it where the temperature just be right. If you don't, you cook in there. That's how the old Jonathan Jennings was. I think Pleasant Ridge School, I think they was set up the same way. They tore the old Pleasant Ridge School. They built a new Pleasant Ridge School over by Charlestown High School. Well, right now, up where the old Pleasant Ridge School is, they building a new Pleasant Ridge School. So what they going to do with the old school? To me, I think it could make good apartments for low income, I would think. But, they might tear it down. I don't know. But it's the people who pay taxes in Clark County. It should be up to them. That's something that they could do. Let it be a shelter for homeless people. Or some good contractor got money, make them into apartments. That's a good idea. Charlestown got a library. New Washington got a library. Sellersburg got a library, which is part of Charlestown. Charlestown is the main library. Sellersburg and New Washington, Indiana, like a sub, I think they close on Wednesdays, and those people in the New Washington Library is real nice, and they helped my son out quite a bit. And I think they sent flowers to his mom's funeral, which I'm not sure. I didn't stay long. I sat out in the car to give my son more time to spend with his mom, but since he has problem with his pain, because he got arthritis on his spine, he got spurs, he has to take medicine. So he was hurting. He told his brother, so I'll stay there until the time they leave. But his brother don't understand the pain he's in, because his number 2 brother is a drug and alcoholic person. I say he probably stole his mom's medicine before he called hospice in, because hospice has to inventory every pain medicine she's taken. That means Oxycontin, morphine, and he told them that he took it to Walgreens, which that's a lie. I hope that woman from Hoskins notified the Jeffersonville Police Department. He probably took him and hid him and sold him. That's what he is. He's a drug addict. He sells stuff. He had marijuana and CBD from the state of Michigan. I guess he had a friend to bring it. He stole money from his mom's checking account. But karma will come back and bite him. And the apartments he was staying in Jeffersonville. He's not on the lease. He had his girlfriend with him. Now he had his son. But you know how neighbors talk when they see the hearse or paddy wagon, one of you come up and pick up a dead body. You know they're going to notify the main office. Since he's not on the lease, that means to me he has to move if he's still living there or not. He wants my son, him, his Uncle Johnny, and his son to get an apartment. That means you have to have a 4-bedroom apartment. And knowing his number 2 brother, he ain't going to pay a you-know-what thing. Neither will his girlfriend. So that means the other 2, my son and his uncle, will have to pay everything. My son used to take care of his Uncle Johnny. His Uncle Johnny does not take a bath every day. He stinks, if you know what I mean, when you don't take a bath. But the day of his sister's funeral, he had nice clothes. He smelled pretty good. He was clean shaven. His hair was pretty nice. But that's not like Uncle Johnny.
So there, I've got one coming right at you with one headlight.
So my son comes and visits me since I ain't been feeling good, been kind of dizzy. No, he stays there until I start feeling better. So when I go to the doctor next week at a certain time, I have to tell my doctor that I've been feeling kind of dizzy and stuff like that. And tell her the update on my rotary cup is still hurting. I take medicine, but there's things that I can't do with my left arm. I can get in the car, I can shut the door, but it hurts like hell. And those CBD gummy bears, $25 without tax. Indiana sales tax is 7%. So it tells you exactly what it is. So when I spend over $100 a month out of my pocket, that American Family Insurance ain't going to pay me for that. So I'm out $1,500, and the insurance won't cover it because the insurance don't recognize it. Unless you live in a state where medical marijuana is legal. Then I guess they will pay for it. But the way I understand it, you have to pay cash. So I don't know, but The governor of Indiana, they keep passing it every year. The governor of Indiana vetoes it. He said until the federal government makes it legal, I veto it every year. You know how much state and federal taxes it brings into the state? Millions and millions of dollars. You can see it could knock the property taxes down. But it's a Republican governor. He don't care what the people want. Those people that's in office in the state capitol, that's what the people want. But the governor of Indiana, I guess his name Malcolm Halcomb or something like that. So, if it tells you anything, nobody's listening to the people that vote for the person in office. They don't care about you and me. And another video I watched, you heard me mention, What the Hells. Right now, he's in Otters Creek, where that's his winter home. But he do YouTube videos on, he goes to them auctions and buys storage shit. He brought out the corruption. He filed a PO against this lady and this gentleman, which they violate. He had to go back to Ohio and file a contempt charge. Tomorrow night in Otter Creek, they do a live streaming of the town meeting. That's funny to see if them two people show up. They cannot be within 500 feet of this Jeremy and George. Like I said, you have to watch it to know what I'm talking about. So, 14 degrees. It came down 2 degrees, so it's getting cold. It's 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. They got on the TV, about school. And Best Friend Learn Academy, they closed. First Step Academy open at 7:30 and early dismissal. But, kids get sick nowadays. I keep my temperature about 69 degrees in the house. I like to open my windows up. You know how those tiny holes up. Flies can get into. I like to sleep with my window open and get fresh air. I got those fly traps. They about full. So I'm going to have to replace one. But I'm looking maybe to get those electric traps for indoor, outside. Outside they kill flies. And Zoom tight, Blackie. Zoom tight. You sneezing? So, but in here, I got to do, maybe I need to buy 2 of those electronics thing and put one in the kitchen and one in my bedroom. As far as my son, he put one fly catcher up, one of those sticking fly traps up. It might be a month before he has to change it. Within 3 days, I have to change it. They get full. So, that's something I'm looking at. But when you're on a fixed income, you got to do the best you can. I have a heat pump and type deal. Air conditioning in the summer and heat pump during the winter. I heard some stories about heat pumps. But I say this house is well insulated. Because my highest bill since I've owned this house been $175. Last year, I think the electric company was high. It was 200 and something. I complained to where the temperature was down in the single digit. I look at my electric bill the same time the year before, and the temperature was the same. It was no more than 175. So them electric companies, if you use electric heat or gas, they're going to put the screws to you when it gets cold outside. And like I said, I have it 69 degrees. So I go up there, hit the notification bell. People just tell you to hit it, but I tell you to hit it twice. When you hit it the second time, you get all the notifications. Hit the thumbs like. Please share it with your friends and tell them to come up there and subscribe. I don't make any money from YouTube because I don't have enough subscribers. So you all know who's on YouTube, how many you got to have. So that's how come I ask for donations. So, she just dropped her cell phone in a body on NCIS, that took, what's her name's place on NCIS. The ones that was into Gothic. I never forgot her name. So, but I like her. So, the roads must not be too bad. It must not be snowing yet. I hear one of my kitty cats in the living room meowing. I would let my outside cats in, but they're not trained to use a cat box, so. But, some of them is baby tomcats, some of them baby female cats. They'll come in, but I can bring the baby female cats in here, but these cats are not used to them. Some of them will hiss at me. So I guess I can do that. If it starts snowing, they can come in the house and stay in there for the night. Get used to the house, but I don't want them to be house cats, so if it tells you anything. I need to get those 4 tomcats that's in the living room and kitchen. I need to have them fixed. You know what that costs to fix a tomcat? I don't have the money for it. Maybe the ones I get fixed first would be Timothy, McGee, and Rooster. John Wayne and Tiger, they're probably 6, 7 years old because they was babies when I brought them here. So I might do that.
It's open for sure and might have maybe 4.
Anybody who's watching on Twitch, Go to YouTube. Hit the bell. Hit the thumbs up. And I forgot what day I went live. There was this guy on Twitch. I want to say Dakota, but I know it started with a D. And there's a guy on YouTube that, I guess it's a guy. He never did tell me if it was a guy or a female. He just told me he's young. I told him, what shouldn't be done. I said I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead one. I said, if you're a female, I said, the only thing boys wants to do is put a notch on the gun. They might tell you they love you. I said, you can get pregnant the first time. I said, just wait. I said, finish your school up. Go to college. Wait till you're about 28. I think that's a perfect age to get married and have kids. Just wait. Because if you're a teenager, you're going to screw your life because you're still a baby and you're raising a baby. Some schools will let you bring your kids to school. That's your responsibility. You decide to play house mother. Boys will be boys. Just remember, your mommy and daddy was your age at one time. They know every trick in the book. Your mother knows what to look for. She's going to know if you play housewives. Your mother will know. They would know. They know the time of month. If you miss, she's going to know you're pregnant before your dad. Your mom's going to be P.O., so wait until you're 28 before you decide to play house. What, Margaret? I heard you meowing. Yeah, I know you want a husband. I can't afford no more babies. Because it takes food away from you. It costs daddy more money, more cat litter. Because babies don't know how to use a cat box. But if you're a good mama cat, you pick them up and show them how to use a cat box like some mama cats would do. So I don't want any more baby kitty cats. But I wish I had those 4 tomcats fixed. Will they take a voucher from another state? I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea. I think for a tomcat, maybe $200, or is that a female cat? I think they have to do more to a female cat. So I don't know. So I've been on here an hour and 48 minutes. So I want to say God bless you. To make a donation to my name, 4375. That way I know if it comes from YouTube or Twitch. I need money for gasoline if you want me to do more live streaming in my car. I only go out if I have to, doctor or to the grocery store. Margaret Cartwright. I guess they're telling me to get off, turn the light off, where they can go night-night. They like to have the TV off, the light off, so if it tells you anything. I fill their gallon water thing up. They drink a whole lot of water. I put, let's see, one of those fast food large cups. Let's see, 2 of them in there. And that's usually lasts them all night. I'm on my second 44-pound bag of cat food. So it's cutting it short. So, you know what cat food costs at Walmart or PetSmart. You can send a PetSmart gift card. Look it up and see for a big bag of cat food, maybe like Meow Mix or something like that. They like no matter what I get. No, you're not going out there to see your boyfriend. You're not getting a husband. No. I can't allow that. I don't need any more babies. You got Socks in here, but he's still the V. No matter he can't make babies, he can still play if he's anything like the human man who gets fixed. So I know they can still play. So, that's something. So I told you about a computer, one I need in a computer, which I'm not computer smart. I'd rather be on my laptop using Prism, but since it says HDR not there or not compatible, or you all know what that means. You know how much RAM I need. You know how much memory I need. I don't even know if they come with hard drives anymore. So I told you if you want to do it through Amazon, you can send it to my post office box. But if you know what kind of gaming computer I need, you know. So maybe you send a cashier's check. That way I can deposit it, make it, open up a savings account and put the money in. If you want me to buy a computer, you can tell me what I need, and I can probably go to Best Buy and get, a computer to do that. I know a desktop, all I would have to do is get a graphics card. Then I have to have a monitor. And then I got to hook a microphone to it, this and that. While a laptop has everything built into it. It's supposed to drop down 9 degrees sometime in the morning. So it's cold, so I'm going to have to go in the kitchen and open one of my cabinet doors. But it's kind of hard to open the one in the bathroom because it sits right in front of the outhouse. So if you go in there and have to use the outhouse, you have to close the door. But this is pretty well insulated. The pipes is well insulated. We want the home inspector. He showed me the pictures that he took underneath there. So, like I say, you got to have a good building inspector. Like I say, for gasoline, you can send a post office money order. You put a note in it. Said, Tom, use it for your gasoline, Like I say, if it's a post office money order, I don't have to wait 7 days because they know it wouldn't be counterfeit. So that's one thing to do. They showing snow somewhere. It must be south of Louisville. You see four-wheel drive. It must be eastern Kentucky somewhere, because I know the governor of Kentucky called the state of emergency.
Others will start late. Others will have virtual learning. Jefferson County Public Schools will be NTI tomorrow. That means no buses running and virtual learning only. So other schools, though, like Hardin County, will be completely shut down tomorrow.
It must be down in Hardin County, because they got the school closed. So it must be south of Louisville. I don't know where Hardin County, Kentucky is.
I was going to ask you how many layers you have on, Randall. Thanks. The family of a 4-year-old who died in an accidental shooting in the Chickasaw neighborhood on Saturday is speaking out about that tragedy tonight.
Over the weekend, there was a 4-year-old child that got killed in a shooting in the Chickasaw Park. It's somewhere in Louisville. I don't know where it is.
She and the police say it was an accident.
But how can it be an accident when you kill a 4-year-old African-American boy? That's no accident to me.
Became her reality on Saturday afternoon when her 4-year-old son, Zakarian Depp, was shot at this home near the 800 block of South 37th Street in the Chickasaw neighborhood. He was rushed to the hospital.
See, there it is on the local news.
It was a tragic accident.
People are not perfect. It was an accident.
That's the mother of the child that got
You can't
killed.
judge somebody when you don't know
So
what's going on.
send your prayers out to this mother.
His daddy loves him. I love him.
And she says her son's death has left her shattered. She says Zakarian was an active, happy, and a caring brother and son.
My baby was a good baby.
But I do not own the rights to it. It's courtesy of WLKY in Louisville, Kentucky.
Memories of him.
I don't know if that makes the national news. So that upsets me. What? That 4-year-old boy's life just getting started. To me, it might be an accident, but couldn't whoever done that be charged with manslaughter? I know the person whoever done it.
Tonight, a 15-year-old is expected to recover after being shot in the Smoketown neighborhood.
There's a 15-year-old that got shot in Smoketown in Kentucky. You know, there's a whole lot of shooting in Louisville, Kentucky. I guess it's like any other big city. There's always people getting killed in Louisville every day. So, you know, that's awful. People, be careful with your guns. But most of the ones that's getting killed are being shot by black people, and the ones who dying is black people. Why do blacks have to kill black? You killing family, your own kind. I don't agree with it. You know, prayers go out to this mother and the father of the child. So say your prayers for those people. That was on WLKY TV. I guess it's CBS News. You know, got the round circle, and yeah, I say it's CBS. So, you know, say your prayers, or you can, in your Google search, you know, WLKY TV News, and you can look it up. So I want to say God bless you all. God loves you. if God wants me to have those things, but if you want me to do live videos in my automobile, I do need gasoline. So you can send me gift cards for Marathon, Sunoco, Shell. I don't know if Casey's got anything like that. I did say Marathon, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. So if it tells you anything, or you could send a post office money order. You know, put a note and say, Tom, this is for gasoline for you to do live streaming. So, you know, I appreciate your help. If you can't afford it, it's okay. But if it's in God's will, God will help me out with your help. So, click that bell and click it again, get all notifications, hit the thumbs up, share it. If you're on Facebook, you can share it there. You got my permission. And, you know, when you share it to your Facebook page, no matter what state you're in, tell them to go to YouTube and hit the bell and hit it twice and get all notifications. You know, I've talked about anything. And I talk about first-time home buyers, you know, to let you know, you share it on Facebook where you live. But as far as going to Facebook myself, no. Because they violate everybody's First Amendment rights. And also, a court, I know federal court, they said they won't let certain people on. And I think the court rules it's discrimination, no matter if they retarded or been in jail. You either have to make it where nobody can get on it, you can close it down, or you let everybody else. And I remember Facebook says we let everybody on. I know a few people try to get on, they won't let them on. They lied to the judge. To me, that'd be a contempt charge, but Facebook don't care about contempt charges. They got money. They can pay a fine, but if I was a judge, I'd put them SOB in jail.
The projected winner of the Republican caucuses in Iowa.
They just... Hey, settle down. Mama and daughter, you please settle down. Alex, Margaret, mother and daughter's chasing around. Cause when I got Margaret, she didn't have no brothers or sisters. She didn't have a chance to play in, as a baby kitty cat should. But her second letters, all they do is play. They help each other out, washing the head of each other. Wildcat, she's a strange kitty cat. Sometimes when her baby gets close, she might hiss at her. That's Alexi. But Margaret take care of all these babies. If they're not her own, she'll wash her face, she'll wash her head. She even does it to socks, since he's the #1 tomcat. So she's a pretty good mama cat, but she's not like Mama Tina was. So I say good night. So love you all. God bless you. Please make a donation. But I usually go to the post office every Friday unless I have to pick up some of my medicine, but how bad I need it. So God bless you. If you want me to do a better video, just suggest what you like for me to talk about. I've talked about first-time home buyers, about an inspection, the questions to ask an inspector to see if he or she is licensed to do all them inspections. But to me, is a person been licensed? How many houses or commercial building has they built? Are they a licensed plumber? Are they a licensed electrician? State of Kentucky, you got to be licensed in all fields. Or are they a licensed plumber? That's a question to ask. So make your donation to Tom Cartwright, 4375, Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. God bless you. You have a great Tuesday. I hope you ain't getting any snow, but they calling for snow. So God bless you all.